Hey everybody, it's Cheryl Lawson, aka Party Aficionado. I was asked to give a few tips about social media for a handout for our American Marketing Association's chapter luncheon here in a couple weeks. But since I was here in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show, I thought I would just shoot a video and save the paper, and hopefully you'll get a little bit more out of the video than maybe just a few notes on a paper. But when we talk about social media marketing, and I'll give you just a little bit of background about me, I spent 10 years in sales and marketing as what used to be called a district manager. Some of you all are still called that, but we used to call them district managers. I've worked in both sales and service for General Motors Corporation. And then I worked in sales and marketing for Fleetwood, the RV manufacturer in Southern California. So, I have a pretty extensive marketing and traditional marketing background. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree with emphasis on marketing, so you can call me a bit of a marketing geek. I chose for my profession event marketing because I found that that's where I had the most fun, found the most joy, and got a lot out of the marketing aspect of getting people together in a social setting to do business. Because I really do think people prefer to do business with others whom they share social experiences with. Back when I was in the RV industry, it was amazing. The annual conference, very much like CES, just a little smaller. The stories we have to tell didn't necessarily come from the conference floor. They came from the parties the night before or the nights during the conference that went along for the week. It was the, oh my God, do you remember this? Or hey, we met at such and such. And that was your introduction into connecting with somebody on a business level. Hey, we met at such and such reception, and I'd love to meet with you and talk to you about my product, my service, whatever it was, right? That was your entry in. So think about social media as your online event marketing. It's really the same thing. Social media is about engaging and connecting with your audience, with your potential customers, with your existing customers. It's also a way to have people learn more about you from either a personal level or at least learn how much you care and what kind of customer service. So the first thing is social media is about engaging. The next thing is, I would say, social media is all about enabling how we talk or enabling the conversation. So this video will be published on YouTube or Facebook or wherever AMA decides to post it. And then now you can write a comment about this. You can say something to me, hey Cheryl, I think what you're saying doesn't make sense, or Cheryl, I think you're brilliant, or whatever it is. You've now led the conversation with one piece of content. So now we can continue this conversation over a meeting or a lunch, or you can contact me if you want more information, or if you make a comment on this video, I can contact you and say, hey, I like what you do, let's get together and try to work together. So it's about enabling the conversation in a way that we haven't really been able to do in an online setting. We had to do that with traveling and doing events. The next thing I would advise people to do is not to try to be every place. So this is one of those do as I say and not as I do. So like any other marketing tool, social media marketing is about strategy. Where do you want to be? What do you want to use this platform for? You wouldn't do a major conference and not have an end goal to either just connect with your employees or educate people on the new training materials or meet and contact with your dealers or distributors or whatever it is. There's always a goal when social marketing is intact. There's no difference in social media if you're using it as a marketing tool. Think about what you want to use Facebook or Twitter or YouTube for. Do you want to start the conversation? Would you like to educate people about what it's like to work for your company? Would you like to use them as a customer service tool? Now here's the thing. Everybody says, oh, well, my customers aren't on Facebook, or my customers don't use Twitter. If you Google yourself, right, whether it's your company or you personally, the likelihood, if you're a business of any size, there's probably somebody talking about you. And if they're not, that's not always a good thing. But you do have an opportunity to craft those conversations, right? So that's really the key. You can't control the conversation. I know for some traditional marketers, that's going to be the scary part. You can't control the conversations. Once you start, that's it, right? You're out there. So make sure the content that you're providing and the method that you want to develop, the strategy, if you will, is we're going to use this as a customer service tool. Somebody logs in and says, oh my God, I hate eating at XYZ restaurant. If that's your restaurant, somebody needs to be able to respond to that consumer in a timely manner. And it's okay to not do it 24 hours a day. Right? A lot of people think about social media as time consuming, and it is. But if you've set the standard for your consumers, hey guys, we'll be monitoring Twitter between the hours of X number and X number, right? Time of day. At the end of that day, send a tweet that says, okay, everybody, we're going to be offline because we've got to go, stir up the coffee beans for tomorrow. Feel free to call us at this number or send us an email if you have a problem, right? Network Solutions is really good about doing that. Here's the hours that we're going to be available 24 hours or, during the day. And then afterwards, here's how you can contact our customer service. So one, it's about engaging with your customers or fans. The other one is enabling the conversation. I would say that just creating a strategy behind whatever your social media marketing is going to be is probably the third most important thing. What is it that you want social media to do for you? And let me caution you about following the numbers. Yeah, so many Twitter followers or so many fans are important in a way, but they're not the most important thing. If you have 10,000 Facebook fans and you don't connect with them and you don't engage with them, or worse, if they've posted on your wall and you've not responded in a timely manner, it doesn't matter how many followers or fans that you have. It's about using the tools to connect with the people where they are and how they like to be connected with, right? So again, it's like the Wild Wild West. There's no tried and true rules, but I caution you to be a real person. Let people know who you are or who the team is that will be using your social media sites. I really like when a company uses their logo. If you have to use a logo, I prefer to use a personal face, very similar to what the Salvation Army does on their Twitter account. It's Lindsay's face with the Salvation Army logo underneath it. If you're going to use your logo, and that's okay too, more than likely I'd like for you to use a picture of yourself. If you don't do that, then you can probably use your logo. But then tell people in your description, hey, tweeting for us is this person or that person, so that they understand there's a real person behind the tweets or the posts or the comments. People will react differently when they know you are a real person and you're not just pushing stuff out. And that'll be my final tip. Social media and social networking sites are different than traditional marketing. Remember when everybody got on the internet in the beginning of the web, and we just put our printed brochures in a digital format, and there was no rhyme or reason or no interactive part in that, and we learned over time that that was not necessarily what people wanted from a website. Same thing here. Don't put the old tools or use the old tools in a new space. Figure out how you're going to use the sites. Be creative, make it fit whatever your personality and your goals or your strategies are, and then explore and have a good time. Okay, that's all the rantings I've got from CES. Today's the final day. There's a few more parties tonight and I'm really worn out. But I really wanted to just give you a shout out and say hello. Hopefully these tips will help you. And move you forward. If not, please feel free to tweet me either at Party Aficionado or at SOC Media Tulsa. I hope to see all of you at Social Media Tulsa Conference in March, and join our meetup group at socialmediatulsa.org. All right, thanks everybody. Have a great day.